Thank you so much, guys, for coming to this session today. It's a pleasure to see you. It's great to see your faces. So I wanted to start talking a little bit about Carnival, because the whole session was inspired by Carnival. So Carnival happens in Brazil between, the day changes a little bit because it's according to Christian traditions. So it normally falls in between February and March. So Carnival is one. It's what we are most famous for, right? So it's the party in the whole country for 4 days, with parades, with masks. It's the time where people gather together, no matter what their background is. So everybody joins, and everybody. It's a very special party for us, because it's kind of a celebration for our culture, of our culture. So you have people from all types, all backgrounds, all professions, all living everywhere, joining together in the streets to party and to celebrate. Because food and art, they are all part of they are all about creativity. So they are connected. Food is creative. It's art as well, isn't it? So, and so that's when I went back to Carnival, because during Carnival, we all dress up, and we all, dress up, masks. It's like a big Halloween, but more vibrant and more happy, and about happiness and, celebration. The weather is good, it's hot. People wake up early and go party early, and they really pour out their creativity into costumes and masks. Well, Carnival is, you find, it's a variety of food everywhere. So the restaurants are open, there are street vendors in the streets, so there's a lot of things happening. But the traditional, what has been historically connected to Carnival, is the dish that we are making today, which is called Moqueca. Moqueca is a fish stew, basically, but and it's a very interesting dish, because it's warm. It kind of has a connection to those Thailand flavors, and it's basically a base where you can change the meat. Of course, the traditional one is with fish, but you can do with prawns, with seafood, with mussels. You find different styles in different types of meat in Brazil, and there is a vegetarian one as well. The ingredients that you've received, it's this palm oil. Now, palm oil is interesting because there's a lot of discussion of palm oil in the environment, because people are exploiting palm oil so badly that it's killing the environment. Recently, I've met a chef who has, interestingly enough, he is trying to mimic palm oil in a way where we don't have to use the actual palm oil, and it doesn't have to affect the environment so badly. So there is this issue, but still, I thought, I was debating a little bit about this. Oh, so should I, but it's still traditional. This is the way that we do it. So I wanted to show you this, and once I find the right way to mimic the palm oil, I'll let you know, because we are environmental friendly. This you can get here in the UK, right? But this one, which the bottle is horrible, and you see that it's like it's just a plastic bottle. This one comes from a little island in Brazil, where my mom brought it to me. And this one, you cannot find it here. But it's very interesting because the process over there is more, it's an island that is sustainable. So they produce over there, and they don't produce for big markets or anything. So it's a more sustainable palm oil because the whole community production is looking over their own community. You're gonna see how this transforms into something completely different. It's going to become a porridge in this way that we are going to cook. So the dish, so you have the main fish stew, which is followed by rice, which you have the recipe with you. The way that Brazilians do is a bit different than the way that it's done in other places, because normally we fry onion and garlic with olive oil just to give that savory and that flavor to the rice in itself. And we also add some bay leaves just to give a little bit of aroma to it. It's really nice. And then besides that, so the rice kind of works as something that keeps, that helps you eat because it's a stew, so there's a lot of beautiful smelling broth to it. And the pirão, which is going to be made of the cassava flour. Here is the package of the cassava flour, so you can see. It comes in a package like that. It's kind of like a porridge, so it gives a different texture to it. So you have a lot of textures going on when you put everything in your plate. So we shall start, because let's start then. Here, I have marinated the fish, so I'm using Gurnard. Gurnard? Yeah, that's how he pronounces it, Gurnard. My idea of using Gurnard is that I wanted a cheap and fun fish to use. The best fish for moqueca is the monkfish, no doubt about it, because the monkfish is thick, it's flavorful, it sucks all the moisture, and it's really nice. But Gurnard, which I discovered recently, and I fell in love because it's a very easygoing fish, works very well, and it's a local fish that is always available. So I am very pleased to use that. Beforehand, I did a fish stock with the Gurnard head, the bones. I always do. I do stock everything. If I have a bone, I'll make stock. You know. So I did a beautiful stock with the bones and the head. I took out the eyes because I don't like to make my fish stock with the eyes. But so it's already there. I've already chopped all my ingredients, which you have probably, which Kasia sent you. So here we have the pepper. I didn't have, you can play around with colors of the peppers. I put like a half green pepper, a half red pepper. You can play around. So just to play around, I have yellow pepper and red pepper here, because this will give more color to the dish. I've already chopped my onion, which I will need, which is here. Tomatoes. The coconut.
Cocktail sticks.
Yeah.
Carnival inspired.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Just give a little bit of color. And the coconut milk. And coriander. smells
I wish I could taste it.
yeah. It smells really wonderful, I have to say. And that's it.
Lovely.
The fish is delicious. Mmm. It's good. Mmm.